Hello, ladies in the building. It's your radiant lady or Gisaba speaking right from the stable of Radiant Trends. This day we're going to be discussing about something juicy among the single ladies, okay? I want you to join the moving train and just enjoy the flow. So thank God it's weekend and it's time for fun, time to hang out with your loved ones, time to hang out with your dates. And that's the main reason why we have a topic like this to be presented this day. So to all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. So all the single ladies in the building, do take a sip and have a drink so you could listen to what we're going to discuss about today. It's really a sweet season for one to be single, and it is that season of liberty that you can do a lot of things that you really wish to do. So for all the single ladies out there who aspires or who are yet or who are even preparing right now to go on a date, it could be your first date, it could even be other dates, but as long as it has to do with a date, especially on the first date, there are some tips we're going to be sharing right away. So these are just some norms that you're supposed to observe on the first date. Firstly, when going on the first date, there is something you need to do. But before I go into details about this, I want to show a video about a Sainte girl that went visiting her boyfriend, but the boyfriend wasn't picking her call when she arrived at the destination. So after booking the boat cab, and she was supposed to pay some amount of money, but she couldn't pay. The boat cab had to capture her, and the video went viral.
Just because people knows me inside, I'm a video big too.
And no, it's just better for everybody to know what's happening. It's better for everybody to know what's happening, because when they say both drivers are rude, right? So I want the whole world to know what's going on. Madam, let me have my money. That is what I'm saying. I'm not dragging anything with you. Let me have my money.
You know something is on his duty, and
he's on his duty. I only told him to calm down. My boyfriend is going to make a
yeah, that's it. Calm down.
Just imagine a girl who has tried to measure up the standard with good phones, saying she's a video visiting, for her man now she get level. But just look at what her mistake has gotten her into. It has actually deflated her personality. In the end, she got embarrassed and the video went viral. This is not something that one prays for, even if you are enemy to observe. So that's why it is wise for us to learn from other people's experience. So this day, on this very episode, do take your time, sit down, listen, do not move a muzzle, because we're going to be discussing about a lot right here. And I'll be sharing my experience too, because I was once a single girl and I had couples of dates to observe. Even in the course I was having these dates, some things transpired. So I'm going to be talking to you about some defensive modes that I actually put up in the course of observing a first date. So firstly, when I was having a first date as a girl, it is your own duty to choose the location. If you are considerable, you can also consider if you understand enough, can consider the location of your dates. Being a guy, you understand, because there are some cases whereby you want to have a date in an eatery close to you or close to your destination at their own convenience. Probably the guy is reaching out to you from a distant section. So in order to make the stress in equilibrium and to put the other party into consideration, there you may likely choose an eatery that is far away from you. But in most cases, to keep you on the safer side, because the ladies are always the vulnerable one, that. So it is wise for a lady to be the one choosing the eatery or the social center, being in a pub or wherever you want to meet or see your dates. You understand? Especially in this part of the world, whereby ladies are mainly dependent on guys for what they will eat on the first date or for their transport. It shouldn't always be that way. As a lady going for a date, the second point I want you to know these days, it is wise for any lady at all going for a date, whether you are poor, rich, low income, and medium income, and it is wise for you to have your fare to and fro. Let's assume you don't have to and fro fare, but just have the fare you could apply to go to your date destination, so that when returning, if the distance is not that far, you're likely going to scroll down if you wish. But nevertheless, it is also wise for you to have income, money, fare for your snacks too. It is not wise for you to start ordering for, excuse me, hey, leave here. So it is not wise for you to start ordering for, Go there, I'm gonna beat you. Can you imagine? My dog wants to show on this live video. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this puppy. She's always inquisitive about things. All right, come, let's do the live video together. Come here. So meet one of our dogs. Her name is Golden. Golden is a very vigilant dog. I don't know why she wants to climb right there, and it's actually very disturbing. Go to say hi. Look at the camera. Say hi. All right, so let's do Golden aside now. She goes out to play. Okay, don't distract me. Okay, just sit there. So as we were discussing earlier on, before this dog came to show up on the live broadcast, let's talk about our independence. As a lady that command regards and respect, it's nice for you and wise for you to be independent when going out for a date. Even while you are all dressed seductive, you know, ready to look very charming and enticing to the satisfaction of the guy you're going to meet for a date. It is also very wise as a lady for you to have money to pay for your snacks. And it is very foolish, I repeat again, it is very foolish as a lady going out for a date, especially on the first date. It's very foolish to order for things that you cannot afford as a lady. So it is wise for us to put into consideration the cost of whatsoever we are ordering for. In case your date goes wrong, you should be able to bail yourself out. Let me tell you a story. Sometime in February, I had a date with a cute guy. This cute guy that has been asking me out. Like, guys been asking me out for years. So we went out for a date. Even after I arrived at the date location with my own fare, the guy insisted, after we were done discussing and taking our snacks, that I have to go with him to the house. For what reason, Oga? This isn't part of what first date is all about. I don't have to go to the house with you. Although in some cases the lady may decide to go to the house with the guy, but I know specifically it isn't right for me, so I refused going on with this guy. When it was time to pay or time to leave, the guy was misbehaving, like started giving me attitude, you understand? And there was no way I could tolerate his attitude. Instead, I just paid for what I consumed and I left. I went back to where I came from. It was as simple as that. Afterwards, it was a bye-bye for the guy, because if he was understanding enough and if he was civil enough, he's supposed to pay up without putting up any attitude. My will is my will. He has to observe that. So for a girl not to be embarrassed like the video I just showed you before, it is wise for any standard, any classic lady, any funky lady who is going out on a date for the first time to go there or to the location desirable with her fare, to buy snacks and for mobility. So apart from that, it is also good to go with an outfit that is good for you, an outfit that is suitable for you as a lady. You understand? As a lady, there are some outfits that may not make you smart. You understand? There are some outfits that may retard your smartness or your safety. Such outfits are, you know, they will make you more vulnerable, which is not good enough for you. In that case, as a lady, it's good you could wear you can wear a pair of sneakers, your jean trousers, or if you are wearing like a ball gown, you can put on bomb shorts, like a jean bomb short, so that if anything goes wrong with your first date, you are defensive enough with what you're putting on. You know, when victims are being raped, sometimes time may count on your mercy. You understand? So to avoid such, it is wise for a lady to put on something very defensive. Let's assume you're wearing a ball gown. You know, your ball gown could have a bomb shot inwards, like a jean bomb shot. That would be difficult for somebody to pull. Before somebody even pull a stunt on getting you pants down, you're already off to your way. You understand? So that's why we advise for ladies who are going out on the first date to always wear defensive clothing, even while they try their best to put on the best smell. You understand? And it is also good to keep to time. There are some ladies, when they go out on the first date, they keep the guy waiting. Okay, so as we said earlier, when observing the first dates with a guy, try your best to make sure you're real, you're not lousy, you're collected, well comported. Also, avoid playing the truth or dare game. That game, that game is very, very logical, tricky, you know. if you're playing a truth or dare and say, I'm smart, I can play truth or dare, I can avoid some certain things, let me tell you, you wouldn't know when they'll drag you to bed, especially, or when they'll drag you to do something you don't mean to do. So try your best not to play the truth and dare game. I can remember some time ago I went on a date, and with a clique of friends though, and with an admirer inwards in between. So they put up this game stone truth or dare, and I was cooperating well through truth or dare, but it came to an extent. The truth or dare was getting from simple to complex. It was getting deeper. So I just had to let them know we have to stop this game right now, So they may see it as rigidity, but really the truth or dare game doesn't really help matters when it comes to first date or even a date with a platonic friend. As long as you are having the date with an opposite sex, the truth or dare game can lure you into trouble. So before you play the truth or dare game, you got to think deeply this is really what you want, so that when it lures you into trouble, you don't have to complain to anyone later on. Otherwise they will ask you who carry you go there, they force you, things like that. So apart from that, on the first date, you don't have to assume your purpose of going out on the first date. You can go on the first date with a platonic friend, you understand, but you don't have to assume, oh, I'm on the first date with this guy because this guy likes me, this guy want to date me. No, not all first date actually leads to dating. But if it's something that may encroach to dating, fine. But not all first date actually leads to dating. So in that case, you don't have to assume the purpose of the date. You need to ask your partner the question, why the first date? But don't ask too much of deep questions, because when you do ask questions about what do you do, it is nice to also know what your friend do though, so that you wouldn't be hanging out with a criminal in disguise. So you understand. And even when your date or your partner in the date tells you this is what I do, it is your own duty to be able to make inquiries about what he or she really does, you understand, so that you could be sure that, okay, you are with a safe person, you're not with a criminal, you're not with somebody that's going to land you in trouble, you understand. Apart from that, in the first date, it is also good for you to after considering your purpose, after considering the aim of the date, if the aim of the date is about dating, knowing about the future, it is your own duty as a lady, especially as a lady, to know the genotype of this guy. A lot of persons, this topic has really caused a stir of emotions, reactions among a lot of persons. I've argued a lot with guys, with ladies regarding these very points I'm reflecting right now. It is good to know the genotype of that very person, because a first date can spark into anything, can spark into a serious relationship. You don't have to invest your emotions first before you know, oh, this is the genotype of the person I'm about leaping into. You understand? So it is good for you to know the genotype of that person if the purpose of the first date is to, have a romantic tie. Before you end up doing something that you may regret forever, we don't pray for that. So try to know the person's resource factor or resource status, including the genotypical status, so that you could be able to tell if you are compatible with this person, if chance or opportunity plays its role. I hope we've learned a lot of things. That is not just all. There are a lot of things you can consider on the first date. I think I shouldn't let the cat out of the bag, but let me just chip in something. When going on the first date as a girl, there are some things you're supposed to have in your bag, not just on the first date, but when going on the first date, try to have a pepper spray. In case your date won't do pass himself, try to have a pepper spray. It is the most defensive substance you could have in your bag, in case your date want to do pass himself. You understand what that means? Try to have a pepper spray as a measure of defense. Also, try to smell good, as I stated before, and I'm sure that we've learned one or two from this. Sometimes it could be that some of these factors, fine, you understand, but there are some other points I actually unveiled that one may never think about, like avoidance of the truth and dare game, you understand, application of the pepper spray in case something odd happens. That would be the best measure to get your defense on. Also, having money, not when you get to your destination you start calling, come and pay my fare. It's really absurd. You don't have to do that. You could be embarrassed, just like the girl in that video I showed you earlier on. Also, anything you are ordering for should be something you can afford. If you don't have money, stay in your house. when the money comes, go out for the dates. You don't have to tell the guy I was waiting for money, but if you don't have money, stay in your house. If the guy thinks it's urgent for you to keep a date with him, let him send you some money. I know some guys will feel like, oh, that's a measure of exploiting guys. Fine, but you don't have to be the one who will play the victim's card. You understand? So in order to avoid you from being a scapegoat, feel free to make your actions defensive. It is not a crime. I'm still a radiant lady, just sharing my experience and sharing other people's experience, coining them together to make common sense. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of a live broadcast at Radiant Trends. Feel free to follow our pages via WhatsApp. Even on WhatsApp, we have our own WhatsApp page 09066871484. Yes, I have some questions lined up, especially on WhatsApp, that I'm here to attend to. Don't worry, in an episodic manner, I shall be unveiling them via my content on this very platform. Follow Radiant Trends on Instagram, follow Radiant Trends on YouTube. All of our videos are there. Even this video, you'll find it there on YouTube, so that you can always catch up with us. For now, Twitter is on the hold, so we are not there on Twitter. Also, feel free to patronize us at K Express, our logistic company, where we have to run your errands with just minimum amounts like 1,000 naira, within the reach of, personalities in Benin. Also, we got Clear Travels and Bookings, the prime sponsor of this very episodic reflection that you're watching right now. That isn't just all. In case you want to have a brand new car, that your dream car that you wish to have, you can always find it at Clef Autos. We are there for you any day, anytime at Guaripa, Abuja. We have a garage there. Feel free to patronize us for great cars that can serve you through a long time. That isn't just all. We also have Radiant Apparels located in the heart of Benin City. We sell all kind of fashionable clothes. You can see me wearing something very colorful today. Yes, so courtesy Radiant Collections. Come get yours, okay? And we have clothing that are very cheap. We have purse, we have shoes, anything that you want to rock as a girly, you can always have it. And that isn't all. We also have Rich Investors. That is our building company. We can help you secure great properties, legitimate properties that won't land you into trouble. Feel free to entrust your resources on us as we provide for you the very best service that you can ever fetch. I remain your radiant lady, Oge. Seba blessing. Catch you in our next episode. Bye bye.